So what I'm gonna do with this lens, today I'm gonna be really fast, quick. Just wanna show you something. This is the Nifty 50. And this is the Nifty 50. Well, what's the difference? I don't know, I couldn't find any. You tell me. So if you see any difference, leave a comment down below and hit the like button. Anyway, this is gonna be a fast one because today's my birthday. I mean, today, at the time of shooting, is August 15th. It's my birthday. Okay, let's roll the intro. What's up guys, Nifty here and welcome back to a new video. If you're new to the channel, there's one thing you need to know. I make videos with and about the Canon 90D, the Canon EOS R, the Canon M50 and the Canon R6, which is filming right now. By the way, as I mentioned, today's my birthday and I have a cake waiting for me there in the living room. So I'll try to be really quick. For some reasons, I decided to get a new lens, but I think I'm just gonna return it because it's the RF 50mm f1.8, the RF version of the Nifty 50, the EF 50mm f1.8, and this lens, the EF version, is always the first lens I recommend. Like when people ask me, I have the kit lens, I want to buy another lens to do some B-rolls or portraits, a little bit of everything. Well, I say, well, the Nifty 50, go for it, definitely. It's just awesome. I love it for what it is. And honestly, I have to admit that in spite of its versatility and its relatively wide aperture f1.8 that gives us some awesome depth of field, like shallow depth of field, blurry background, well, in spite of that, it's not really sharp. Maybe it's because it's an old lens. It was designed and made for the first time many years ago. I'm not sure how many, but quite a few years, right? Right. When they came up with the RF version of this lens, so the Nifty 50, I didn't pay too much attention to it. But then, you know, I was just curious. So I got one, and honestly, I was expecting something better. Considering its price, which is double the price of the EF version, I was expecting something better in terms of sharpness, for example, or autofocus, or anything. I mean, look at it, the EF and the RF version. Do you see any difference at all? How do we justify? How does Canon justify the higher price of the RF lens? On one side, yeah, I understand when you use the RF, any RF lens, you don't need to use an adapter. So less weight, less space, but I mean, the adapter is like this thick, like not really heavy. And also, when you buy any RF mount camera like the EOS R, R6, R5 and so on, chances are the adapter comes with it. Or even if you buy a camera, Canon R5, R6 and doesn't come with the adapter is how much? $100, $150? It's not a big deal. When you have it, you can adapt any EF and EFS lens on your Canon R6, R5, R7, R10 and so on. So unless you're 100% sure you're not gonna need any EF lens, you don't own any EF or EFS lens, well then, okay, you're not gonna need the adapter. But for me, that I also own like the Canon 90D and other cameras. I also have EF and EFS lenses, and it's nice to have the opportunity, the chance to use them also on my Canon EOS R and Canon R6. And by the way, check the links in the description to see all my gear stuff and things. My gear, and check the link to Epidemic Sound if you want 1 month of awesome music and great sound effects for free. Am I saying that the RF 50mm f1.8 is a bad lens? No, not at all. But honestly, if I compare it to the EF version, I don't see any difference at all. The fact that you don't need an adapter and the fact that you have multiple use rings for different options that I never use anyway. So besides that, I'm pretty disappointed. You make a new lens for RF cameras and it's just as soft as the cheapest Canon lens, the EF 50mm f1.8, the classic nifty 50. So for whom is this new RF lens? Who should buy it? If you own or planning on buying a Canon RF mount camera like Canon R6, R5, R3, R7, R10, and so on. If you also plan on using RF lenses only, well then yeah, just get the RF 50mm f1.8. Overpriced. It's alright. But if you plan on using an adapter because you already own some EF lenses, well then you should just get the EF 50mm, the classic, the nifty 50, and you'll be more than happy, because as you've seen, there is no difference, it's just a price tag. And also, if you already own the EF version of this lens, it goes without saying, save your money, unless you need another copy. But still, even if you need another copy for another camera or for whatever reason, I find the EF version a better option. So what I'm gonna do with this lens, I'm just gonna return it. And that's it. And you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna turn these lights off and I'm gonna go to the living room and I'm gonna enjoy my cake and I'm gonna sing happy birthday to myself. I'm just kidding. There's my wife and kid waiting for me. They're gonna do that. So, alright. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button and subscribe if you ain't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.